Good afternoon, everyone. Uh, we are live. Uh, Today is Sunday. Happy Easter to everyone. Oh, we got two people already. Arkham, what's good? And Nate. You guys are here to join us. This may be a possible rant fest. I'm going to talk a little bit of everything. I'm going to talk about fandom communities. I'm going to talk about this week in wrestling. Uh, if you guys want a link, then let me know and I'll send it out. We can just chat. Happy Easter, y'all. Yes, sir. Sir, happy Easter to whoever celebrates it. And if not, then just happy Sunday. Anthony, how you been? I ain't talked to you in a while. Says, how are you, buddy? By the way, happy Easter. Got the 406 subs on my YouTube channel. 93. Like it. Yeah, congrats, dude. That's awesome. See what we're at now. Go check it out. We're at 186. So yeah, one day I'll catch up to you. But yeah, congrats on the 406. That's amazing, dude. Let's see. We got a lot of stuff popping next week. We're gonna start doing some more streams. I need to load up my guest. I need to load up my guests for different content. I want to bring back 90s a week, but I cannot do it on my own. I need you guys to help me. I want to come together as a community, and pitch some good ideas for content. Let's do some streams that you guys want to see, whether it's movie reactions, music, cartoon shows, regular series shows, different kinds of movies. If you're a wrestling fan, we can do different wrestling content. Like, yeah, let's come together and do a super show. Jet Sparks, happy Easter, buddy. I hope you're doing good. Always great to see you. I saw Morbius 4 days ago. It was awesome. That's what I've been saying. I have not seen it yet, Anthony, but like it looks cool. And I was always hoping and praying that this was the thing that Jared Leto could finally get into, because I know he's wanted to play a comic book villain for a while, or superhero, whatever you want to call it, right? And I think this is his thing that he's been waiting on. I think Morbius is really, because he tried Joker, he's tried several other things in the past, and I think Morbius is really his niche, you know. So I'm glad to hear it. And anybody I've talked to that saw Morbius, you know, that dude Vince saw it too. He said it was pretty good. So yeah. Talking Jet Sparks, yeah. Me and Jet Sparks talked a few days ago, off air. It was a good conversation. Now I know you guys give this man crap for his when he pitches his stories, but when you read the actual story and the work that he's put into it, it's amazing, dude. It's absolutely amazing. If I was the promo guy or hype man for Jet Sparks, I'd been like, don't pitch your stories. Just say, when you get it done, say, go read it, check it out. Don't knock it before you try it, and hopefully you like it. Just give it a quick read. I'm telling you, I gave it a read for about 20 minutes the other night, and it was good. It's got a little bit of everything. It for me, it felt like, and especially if you're like a Power Rangers fan, it felt like Power Rangers for adults the right way. Nothing was too provocative or anything like that. It was cool. It had action. It had a good love story, and that was only part of it. I know he's not even close to being done, but it was actually really good, and I really enjoyed it. So shout out to Jet Sparks. That's you keep doing that book, man. Like, that was really good. And I promise you're going to get a lot of people that are going to be pleasantly surprised when you get that thing finally put out and you get that book done, because that was really good. So yeah, but Mr. Nate, Nate saw they had a freaking, I don't want to call it a wrestling pay per view because it was, and I'm not going to call it free television because it wasn't free television, but it was an AEW show last night, and from what I heard, it was not that good. And the guys that they were wanting to win did not. And so, yeah. Patrick, hey, buddy, happy Easter. Good to see you. Anson, happy Easter to you, my friend. Phil, what's good? Phil, good to see you. Good to see you. Nate says, I was pissed off furious. Well, yeah, Scorpio's your guy. And they put the title on a guy who, one, feels sports entertainment is crap. Two, someone they really didn't want to win. And Scorpio Sky, he had a lot of promise, still does. And what? They gave him the title for 6 weeks? When that title has a history of having people with significant runs in it. Miro got more time with that title than Scorpio did, which is kind of sad. And now they're just belt swapping for ratings. Yeah. Gaming, what's up? Everybody saying hi to everybody. Good. And then, like, here's another thing that I'll talk about. Elephant in the room, right? When if I'm posting like a future video for Twitter, right? That is solely to get the word out, because that is solely to get the word out for my streams. Pretty much. I got certain people who are coming in, commenting, trashing on a movie because of what we're reviewing. And you gotta understand that I did that Titanic review because it was the anniversary of the actual Titanic event, and the movie was the only thing that I really knew about. And I knew that my wife loved that, and she was a huge Titanic fan, not just of the movie, but of the actual history and everything like that. And I wanted to do something really sweet and really nice for my wife. And that's why I did it, and she was really excited. Then I go to Twitter, and Saint Ravage is our friend, but then he just starts getting really intense about it and just starts trashing the whole thing. Not my video, but the movie itself. Like, that's what the stream is for, so we can give our opinions on it. And yeah, it's not that deep to me because it's just a movie. In the 90s, that movie, and my mom told me, Titanic was in the movie theaters longer than any other movie in history. They extended the life that movie was in theaters because they were just making so much money from it. So apparently they had to like it, but yeah. For me, the story wasn't that serious. It was a nice little love story. That's it. So yeah. But yeah, like those when I post those videos, that's to promote the stream. That's pretty much it. Yeah. So if you want to have a discussion, DM me or something like that. But I just don't want people getting the wrong idea. Is it Darby got 187, Miro got 140? Okay. I'm gonna be doing a new We'll Play It Live for SpongeBob Battle. Is you ready? Oh, it's a PlayStation Plus game. Okay, cool, cool. It was boring and long as hell. Oh, okay. Talking about pay per view. Or the movie, yeah. A Night to Remember. Dang. I can't go that far back. It's in the 50s. I remember that movie, yeah. Of course you would, Nate. Nate knows movies from like way back, dude. But yeah, that's that's my thing. I was just trying to promote the video for the stream. I was not anticipating that I would get into a long debate on Twitter with someone that I consider a good friend. I didn't know they were passionate about their dislike that much for that movie. So, yeah, that caught me by surprise a little bit. Okay, so Nate said for both. Oh, I didn't think it was that long because like what time does it start, Nate? 7 o'clock. Goonies. He says Happy Easter all. John Cena, what up? Josh Cena, what up, broski? Dude, I love me some John Cena, dude. I'm not even denying it. Dude, John Cena. Okay, so John Cena started in about 02, around the time as Brock did. I was in high school. So when Cena did the Thugonomics gimmick and all that, that was just it was cool. It was really cool, and I rather enjoyed it. And I was a fan for a long time. I didn't understand why the crowd turned on him, and that was the shift. It's really like no different from any other time in history. Hey, I would start at 7. Oh yeah. So yeah, Thugonomics Inn was badass, and oh yeah, still like it. And we'll be using that on my WWE gameplay. I got a couple of surprises in the pocket for you guys. I got that. I got on tonight's episode. I got a new debut that Nate is gonna absolutely love. He's not. He's new to my show. He's not new to the universe that I'm doing. Uh, so in the way I got it set up, I think Nate's gonna love it. Racina first match against Angle. Oh yeah, dude. Got him the right gimmick, fine tuned him a little bit. But like John Cena just had that passion, dude. And you can't script that kind of passion. When he said ruthless aggression, the passion and heart and that determination in his voice, you can't script that. Either you got it or you don't. And that's the difference between a guy like John Cena and a guy like the Big Show. Big Show just doesn't have the heart for it. Not like Cena does. And you can't create that. It's either there or it's not. No, Singh is not debuting. We're going to talk about that too. No worries, Goonies. We're going to talk about all that. But that was my rant on the Twitter stuff. Another thing, and I need your guys' opinion because you guys know, I hope Phil's still here. If he's lurking, cool. But answer this question for me, guys. Goonies and Nate are here mostly. Why is it that Saggy makes a big deal of people I don't know an F about? I don't know who they are. They're not important or relevant. And Saggy makes them look like they're the biggest deal on the planet. How you doing? Yeah. Like it's insane. She will talk about these people like they're a big deal and they're not. I'm sorry, guys. I just think it's funny. Like she was talking about somebody commenting on a DC movie or something from like a new fandom coming up or trailer or something. He said, "Oh, really? Yeah." Like she will comment, Nate. She will. You know I'm right, dude. She will comment on these people. Oh, her name is Saggy Melons. I thought you would have known of her because of Phil. Phil's a huge supporter of hers. So are we. We love Saggy. She's a friend of the channel. She has her own YouTube channel, way more built up than I am. And I'm not going to say she's a drama channel because obviously she does have some really fun content. But she goes on quite a few rants. I'll say it can be a rant channel. That doesn't always mean it's drama. All right. But she can tend to be a rant channel. She also does video game content, which is actually really fun and really cool. All right. Saggy does variety just like we do over here. She goes on more rants than I do. That's really the only difference. And she welcomes everyone. So whether you're menace, anti-menace, whatever, everyone's welcome there. So and Saggy's really cool. But my thing was I wasn't sure why she talks about these people who are nobodies and makes them look like a big deal. And I'm just like, who the hell is this? It's funny when you think about it. Like she makes people look bigger of a deal than I do in my wrestling game. She was talking about some guy named Sean that I don't even know who the hell he is. Is she the one with the puppet who was on the panel? Yes, that is Saggy. Saggy and Sasha are one of the same. Sasha is Saggy's alter ego. All right. Like Clark Kent and Superman. Basically, Saggy and Sasha are like Clark Kent, Superman on Crack Bizarro Land on Mad Real World. And Nate knows the reference I'm talking about on that one. Yes, but to answer your question, yes, Goonie, she was the puppet. Saggy is very entertaining. She is a good person. I just think it's funny that she makes certain people look like a bigger deal than what they actually are. That's all. She's still awesome, and that's not a slight on her. I mean, like, imagine the promoting skills that she could do if she was working for one of these companies. To take some of these YouTubers that are nobodies and frankly losers and to make them look like they're center stage, that takes skills, dude. Like that takes skills, that takes creativity. Like, I am not downplaying, I am not trashing Saggy whatsoever. I am complimenting her. All right. I think it's a big I think it's funny. Like that's the thing. I think it's hilarious. All right, she seems funny. She is. Casey, what's up? Casey, my talent agent / my freaking recruiter for my universe into WWE 2K22. It's Casey Rose. / she has her own character in there. She's doing on our next episode today. We're gonna be doing WrestleMania, where we will be showing in full Casey's world title match against the Queen. So it will be Queen versus Queen for that world title. It's going to be fun. So I'll do that. I'll do that here in like an hour or two. So I hope you guys come by and check it out. Nate, BCU's dead. Sorry, but it's okay. If you, I'll give you this hint right here, guys. If you thought that Miss Britt Baker, DMD, is done with factions, as Judas Priest said, you got another thing coming. All right. Well, yeah, show Casey some love. She comes by when she can. I know she's busy with work and stuff, but yeah. The doctor is not done with factions. Let's just say that. And that will be nothing but undisputed. That's my hint. But anyways, guys, so that's it. That's with me talking about the fandom stuff. Saggy's awesome. I love Saggy. If Saggy's watching this, nothing but love for you. I just think it's funny that you make these haters and trolls and nobodies look like a bigger deal than what they actually are. Yeah, but you're awesome. We love your content. Go. Let's see. Give me a second, guys. I will put Saggy's channel in the. I'll put her link in the description so you can go check her out. All right, here we go. Nate, it's only a boo. If you knew what I was doing, what I was doing, you would not be booing that pun. You would not be booing that pun at all. You'd be like, oh, heck yeah. How am I, Casey? I'm doing great. But I want to, now that our casual people have stepped out of the room, how you doing? All right. Freaking, and I got wrestling fans. I got Casey. I got Goonies. And I got my boy Nate. Now we can do some wrestling talk. So I want to say, after hearing all the comments and everything, AEW, they ain't had the best week in the world. AEW, they ain't looking so hot right now. I'm doing great. I thought it was an interesting week for wrestling. I thought it did really good. I love seeing Randy Orton on SmackDown again. If you guys are big Randy Orton fans like I am, you knew that he has a long history on SmackDown. So when he was rebutting the Usos and talking about, well, yeah, you might have a nice, impressive history, but I got a way bigger history than you do. I wanted Randy to bring up legacy. I wanted him to bring up legacy, but he didn't, but it's all good. Nate says, I'll retract my previous one. Oh, trust me, Nate. Here's the thing. The BCU was a hostile takeover, right? That was my whole plan. Over the course, they won almost every title, right? They had tag team, they had freaking world title, they had everything at one time. What I'm going to do is go more core to the storylines that me and Casey have come up with behind the scenes and really minimize that, not completely. I don't want a hostile takeover, but I do want a strong, cool heel faction. But just stay tuned. Watch the channel. I got some cool surprises. So I'm doing that. And plus, I think putting Casey on the main roster so she can have more main roster rivalries, and we can start showcasing the other shows as well. So like your Raw, SmackDown, stuff like that. I think that'll be fun. And there were a couple people that I wanted to put in WCW just to when we mesh them together, see how it looks. And I needed to strengthen my main event scene. Uh, so it worked for everybody. And when we first started doing this, Casey told me that she wanted to do a rivalry with Charlotte, Queen versus Queen. So it's a perfect idea. It works for everybody. So yeah, I'm making a new wrestler for you. Oh, that's awesome, Casey. I'm telling you, hats off to Casey. If you're on 2K22, go check out her creations. Uh, yeah, Casey, whenever you can, put your gamer tag for there or your creator tag for creations. Casey has some amazing creations. She puts a lot of hard work into this. I have taken some of them and made them superstars because of it. It's absolutely amazing. She has helped me so much with storylines and that in the game, just off of the people. I'll look at those people and I was like, okay, with this look, here's what I think creatively they could do and they would be good at. And I luckily I've been able to do it, and it's a lot of people have been into it. So. Tony Khan's losing his mind. Yeah, it's Goonies. It makes me think: was he doing the creative for the past 2 years, or was it Cody? It's like he loses Cody. Now I know technically he still has Kenny, but Kenny ain't around. So he doesn't have Kenny, right? And those were creatively, if you don't know, behind the scenes creatively, that was some of the two top guys in AEW for year one and year two. Cody and Kenny were coming up with a lot of the ideas. And then TK takes away VP power. So all the VPs, none of them have any actual creative power anymore. He's doing all the booking himself. There's a reason why Vince has a team. Vince can't do creative for like 200 people, dude. That's just, it's unrealistic. So yeah, I definitely agree with that, Goonies. Sammy winning the TNT title again was complete bull. Yeah, that's what people are pissed about, and we're gonna get to that. So Dynamite it had some good matches, but I think the way they structured the card was complete bullshit. And I think guys might agree with me on this. Okay, you have two of some of the greats. You have one of the best wrestlers on the planet in CM Punk. And you have the future of wrestling, in my opinion, in Pentagon. Why are they, if you're not going to have Adam Page versus freaking Adam Cole as the main event, which it should be, but if you're not going to have that, why not make Punk versus Penta the main event? And then they put Samoa Joe, and I love Samoa Joe, versus why can't I remember his name? Nate, help me out. This is embarrassing. Ishii. Why can I not remember this for the life of me? This is embarrassing. Give me a second. But yeah, this shows you how much I don't follow freaking Japan. Oh, Suzuki, that's right. Minoru Suzuki. You had those two for the ROH TV title as your main event on the AEW show. Now I know everybody's gonna say, "Oh, well, they own ROH." Yeah, but ROH is supposed to be your developmental. They should not be. They should not be main eventing your A show. Yeah, sorry, I had a brain fart. Sorry, guys. But I had a moment. But Suzuki versus Joe to main event Rampage, okay, because that's your B show. But Suzuki versus Samoa Joe to headline your A show, I would have been more into the Page versus Cole main eventing Dynamite. That's your main event. Make your champion feel like a big deal. Was John Moxley main event in the B show and freaking he was champ? No. I can't say Chris Jericho, but because they didn't have Rampage when he was champ. All right. Was freaking Kenny Omega main event in Rampage? Hell no. They would never freaking do that to Kenny by God Omega. They have Tony Khan and AEW has made Adam Page look like a fucking worthless paper champion. And it's sad because the guy's got all the talent in the world. But yeah, that's how they use him. Yeah, there we go. My 2K user is Sky Over. Yeah, there you go. So I'm putting them up here. So if you're watching on playback, go check her stuff out. She's a great creator. If you want some original content with original wrestlers that you can really do stuff with, go check out Casey. She's got some awesome stuff, dude. That's my plug. But yeah, like it's a lot of this stuff's boring. Where's Darby Allin been? Dude's been off TV for like 3 weeks. They did bring in Sting once to fight off the dastardly Andrade. But that was like in that 3-week period, that was one time. And he shows up for like not even 5 minutes. And I love Sting, but this is not how you use Sting. And why has Darby Allin been off TV? He's not selling an injury. Did something happen? Did he? Yeah. They're not giving us any updates. And they don't, and honestly, even if they didn't give an update, but don't have Sting, Sting's his manager. Why is the manager on TV and he's not? So, yeah. Stopping by, my friend. Happy Easter. Happy Easter to you, X-Man Gaming, and thanks for stopping by. Always great to see you. Oh, yeah, they got the coffin match. When is that? Wednesday? Yeah, that'd be cool. So, like, there's a way to do that. Like, if you're going to keep him off TV like that, have Andrade cut in-ring promos. Calling Darby a chicken shit and all that. Which is going to build when is he going to show up? What's going to happen? Yeah. So, like, me and Garguts had a debate last night. And, of course, Garguts is a avid AEW fan. And shout out to Garguts. We're good friends. But we had a debate. And he defends AEW. And that's fine. All right. But I'm going to criticize it where I see that it needs to be criticized. They're not doing good stuff. And me and Garguts got into it because he said that casual fans don't watch AEW. And he's buying into the dirt sheets, dude. Garguts, if you're hearing this, dude. Casual fans do watch AEW. I have a family of casual fans who watch AEW. Because they want to see what new and fresh talent is going to show up and impress them. So there's new people that they can get into. My mother, who is a very pro Texas and WWE fan, she watches AEW and she's casual. Like she watches once a month. So there are casual, and then Rachel watches, my wife Rachel watches AEW for CM Punk. She'll only watch the CM Punk stuff, but yeah. So there are casual fans. There are casual fans. So this whole thing of, casual fans don't watch AEW. It's only the hardcore fans that know of the indies and stuff. That's bullshit. Like there are tons. I know tons of casual fans that watch AEW because they want to see new guys like in year one, like your Jungle Boys and your Darbys and your MJFs, and your Thunder Roses that they might not have known about to rise up, like your Rihos and your Hikaru Shidas. Okay, they hear about Ruby Riott coming over. She's got a new name, and freaking they want to see if she's going to be used right. That doesn't work. Oh, who's this big muscular chick who's just dominating people? OJ Cargill. Oh, we want to see what she's got. Like, so there are casual fans. That's my rant about that. But yeah, and then at the end of Dynamite, they had this former WWE trainee, former basketball player named Samir Singh that debuted, and he got the lights out entrance. And normally you only do the lights out entrance for like a big name. You normally don't do the lights out entrance for a variable unknown. You usually do it for a big name. So, yeah. And they did. And like people were not happy about it. They didn't know who the guy was. Unless you follow NXT and like what they're doing over the Performance Center and stuff, you would have never known who he was. I didn't know who he was. Nate didn't know who he was. Wyatt. I know what you mean, Wyatt. Yeah, I thought it was going to be Wyatt too. Samir Singh, he was a trainee of the Performance Center during Triple H's NXT, the Black and Gold brand. He was training with all those guys. He was training with Jinder and Mansoor and then all the trainers in the Performance Center. And then it just didn't work out. So then he came to AEW. If you are like I said, if you're a hardcore NXT fan, like old NXT, then yeah, you would have known who he was. But if you weren't, like I forgot who he was because I knew there were several Indian talent that they were talking about training, and he was the big guy. He had shorter hair then too, but should your new talent be cruiserweight or light heavy? I would go with cruiserweight because here's the thing, Casey. Cruiserweights, they can fight for any title. They go for the cruiserweight title, then they can work their way up and go for the US, and they actually in the game you can have them go for the world title. Because look at Finn Balor. He's technically a cruiserweight, and he can go for all the titles, right? So from cruiser, because I have him as my, I have Demon Balor as my cruiserweight champion. All right. So cruiserweight can go for any title. Light heavyweights can't go for the cruiserweight title. So yeah, that's what I say. Oh, it's a female. Make her light heavyweight then. If it's a female, make her light heavyweight. Because the way they got it in 2K is a little weird. I don't think cruiserweights can go for the world title. So yeah. Yeah, and then they were saying Kali too. Yeah. Well, he's a big, giant Indian dude. They're always going to compare to the Great Kali. And once again, freaking AEW is making the same mistake WWE did. If you're trying to branch out your market in India, why would you make your Indian star a bad guy? Wouldn't you want your Indian star to be a good guy? And for the life of me, I do not get why they will not make Jinder Mahal a face. If they made Jinder Mahal a good guy, then Jinder Mahal would get over. Oh, trust me. I've been happy. Personally, I want to put Jinder Mahal in my universe and make him a top babyface. But I got so many other plans. I'm not at that stage yet. Okay, yeah, I read that already. Yeah, it's Strowman because Strowman's running his mouth. Strowman always has heat when he's running his mouth. Like Strowman said one time that everybody complaining about losing their jobs. That was during the first cuts. Saying sometimes yes and sometimes no. Not in the Indian market. If you were trying to build up someone as an Indian hero, you shouldn't make him a bad guy. In the Indian market, you should make him a good guy. And every time they have tried with the Indian bad guy, it's never worked. So yeah. Your choice. Violet was a striker, so I would go opposite. Then look at the previous creations you made. So we want to rule out Striker. What's Megan Cole? All right. What's the Megan Cole character? And then wasn't and then what was Casey Rose? Wasn't she a powerhouse? I would either go technician or high. What's up, Saint Ravage? Good to see you. They should get a Bollywood actor. Yeah, that'd be cool. Okay, so go. I would go tech or high flyer. Your choice. As Nate says about Matt Reeves, I will say about you, Casey. I believe in you, Casey. So I trust whatever you're gonna do. Starts as a heel in U.S. markets and face turn India. Yes, that definitely is possible. That's a good idea. So if you had like kind of a Bret Hart kind of thing, that might have worked. But the Indian fans tend to go along more with what the American fans are doing. Like there was a Saudi Arabia wrestler named Mansoor in WWE, and he came out past couple years, and they started him as a babyface, and they almost went Undertaker streak with him in Saudi Arabia. Actually, still is. He's undefeated in Saudi Arabia, and they started him as like a white meat babyface in the States or over there, and then made him a good guy here, gave him a little bit of complex story, put him in a rivalry with a guy named Mustafa Ali, and he's over as heck over there. He is a hero. He's a good guy here. The people like him here. The people like him over there. He's a high flyer, like freaking yeah. And they made him a babyface across the board. So if you're trying to appeal to these markets, it has been a proven fact that if you make them a good guy, it can be done right, and it's like super popular with those crowds. So, yeah. Oh yeah, of course it's fun to be a heel. You don't as a heel you don't have to listen to rules. You can do whatever you want, which means your creative freedom is just flowing. Uh, as a face, you got rules, and you have to work within those rules. As a bad guy, you have no rules, so you can do whatever you want, for better, for worse. Indian fans love Roman, yeah, but Roman is the cool heel. He's not a old school type heel. Roman is the type of guy that freaking he's pretty much he's pretty much a tweener, and instead of getting the split crowd, he'll go heel because he wants everyone to either boo or cheer him either way. And he's smart the way he plays off the crowd. He'll go to a crowd, and if he sees the crowd's booing him, he's gonna go full heel. If he sees that the crowd is cheering him, then he's going to be nicer to the crowd. If you watch any SmackDown, look at the first reaction that he gets when he comes out. That's why he soaks it in for a good 5 minutes before he says one word. He's trying to see how the crowd is reacting to him, because that's depending on how he's going to cut his promo. If you think that Roman has scripted promos, think again. All that's off the cuff. Like, face Roman. Mustafa Ali he's Pakistani. India and Pakistan don't like each other. Indians won't follow Ali in that way. Oh, yeah, but my point was that he had a rivalry with Mansoor. And Mansoor, the way they made Mansoor a good guy. All right, here's my question to you, Goonies: do you think that's why they split them up right before he went back to Saudi? Because they didn't want Mansoor getting a mixed reaction? Imagine the fun of making an unannounced heel turn. Oh yeah, it is fun. I'm not doubting that. You do have a lot of good points to your argument, Saint. All right. The thing is, they've tried the heel stuff with like Indian wrestlers, and it's never worked. So, like, my whole thing is, if you're trying to make someone an Indian hero, then make them a hero. Bad guys aren't heroes. Good guys are. All right. That's the whole point. And some crowds are very old school. Imagine, St. Ravage, you guys live in Texas. Imagine if they would have made the Von Erichs bad guys back in the 80s. What would a crowd have done? That's the thing. You couldn't have made the Von Erichs bad guys back in the 80s. They were beloved. It wouldn't have worked. So that's my whole argument. But yeah. Man, did Nate go all ninja on me? Where's he been? Yeah, the father did, but that was a long time before the kids. By the time the kids started, it was able, like, it's not like Fritz was wrestling at the same time as the kids were involved in the same storyline. Yeah. If they would have turned all of them boys heel, it just wouldn't work. Maybe I'd have to look at that. I'm not sure. Because I know that Kevin was never like he didn't want to do it full time because he was into sports more than he was into the wrestling stuff. I know he liked he was a football player and things like that, and he started doing that as a summer job. But yeah, I'd have to do more research. And I've done a good amount of research on the Von Erichs because my mother is a huge Von Erichs fan, and that's what got her into wrestling in the first place. But yeah. Hang on a second, guys. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I think they split Mansoor and Ali because the writers didn't have much for him. Yeah, they had a match in Saudi Arabia. They had a match. They had a match at Elimination Chamber in Saudi Arabia, and Mansoor went over. Or no, it was the Saudi Arabia before that. My bad. Yeah, he was the hero. And then Ali tried to sucker punch after the match, and they brought out some boxer fighter that was from there and helped out Mansoor. And then yeah, it was really good. And like I didn't know about the Indian and Pat. Yeah. Well, maybe not the Indian, but like I didn't know about all that stuff because Ali was getting booed heavy. I don't know how Pakistani and Saudi Arabia that relationship is, but that surprised me. Yeah, probably. Because he was the most muscled up one. But like, I know all the boys like David. That was their favorite. Uh, even though David didn't have the looks, the dude had promo skills for days. And Kerry's promo skills were absolute trash. But he had the looks. So if you have one of them cutting the promos and everything, then it works out for everybody. Kerry Von Erich was never a type of guy that should be doing promos. He should like have a manager or a mouthpiece for him. Like if you've heard freaking Kerry cut a promo, it's freaking awful. Veer's not bad, but they're doing the typical monster heel debuting where they smash the freaking guy who loses all the time in the first place. Like, Veer could have debuted against anybody, and he debuts against Dominic Mysterio. That really doesn't impress me. Give me someone that's actually might be a little more over with the crowd. Mike. Oh, you mean another David? Because Mike and David look a lot alike. Yeah. Mike killed himself. That's exactly what happened, Ravage. Yeah, because there was too much pressure. Them kids could not handle the pressure of being a Von Erich. It was just like, especially in that Texas belt, like, and they're hardcore about their wrestling. And they were, the Texas crowd, they are real wrestling fans. Like, come that, like. Okay, I'll check it out. Mike Von Erich, he was not the baby, but he was next to the baby. No, Toxic Shock didn't kill him. It was close, but it didn't kill him. He was in the hospital for a while, but he recovered. I've seen so many documentaries on the Von Erichs, it's insane. Yeah. He was not the same after that. He was still walking and talking, but he was never the same after that. The Toxic Shock didn't kill him, but it was very close. I think he was in intensive care for a while. Yeah. Ack was electrocuted. Yeah. More details have come out, St. Ravage. David Von Erich choked on food because he had this rare thing when he was in Japan. Most of the kids killed themselves, though. Later, yeah, Jack was electrocuted. That was the first one. Yeah. Yeah. You can go back. They have several documentaries on the Von Erichs if you go on Peacock. Well, that's the whole Texas promotion. Yeah. It's like, so David choked on his food and he had a stomach. His stomach was really messed up, and Kevin was trying to get him to go to the hospital, but he wanted to do this Japan tour, so he didn't do it. So he didn't get the surgery, and then he ended up eating and drinking too much, and he essentially choked on his own food. So that's how he died. And then Mike had toxic shock. It almost killed him. But then he was just never the same after that. If you look at his face after that, he looks dead in the face. But he's still alive. And then Mike ended up killing himself because he couldn't take it. And Kerry killed himself because he didn't want to embarrass his family because he was starting to go down for drugs, right? So that's why Kerry killed himself. And then Chris was the baby, and Chris just couldn't handle the thought of never being able to get into wrestling because he wasn't built like his brothers. He was short, he was chubby, all that stuff. So he killed himself. and the only surviving member was Kevin and his family, and then of course Carrie's daughter Lacey. Yeah. Oh yeah, most of them. Yeah, most of them because they couldn't handle the pressure, uh, and that's unfortunate. The Von Erichs were awesome, dude. Kevin was always my favorite because I like the football player look. Football players getting into wrestling, I always like. That's why I like Goldberg. That's why I like Mongo McMichael. You name it. But yeah, that's what I was a big fan of. Uh, oh, the Edge faction. I hope it becomes a faction. Right now, it's just like a duo. But yeah. Hang on, Casey. Let me go check it out. I just saw that, Casey. I love the first name. Change the last name. Making something original, like what you did with Violet, was perfect. Of course, Casey Rose. That's an original name, and then Violet Sutton is an original name too. I understand why you did the Megan Cole stuff, and it's got a really good storyline. But like, yeah, if it was me, I would do a more original last name because I think when you do those original last names, it's so cool. And I don't want another character that's like riding off of another superstar's coattails because we're doing really good stuff with the original things that the fresh content that we're doing. But that's just my opinion. Of course, you can do whatever you want, but yeah, if it was me, yeah. Yeah, hang on a second, guys. I gotta go check on Raph. See what we got. All right, but yeah, guys. If you got, I'm gonna finish this up. If you got any more comments, let me know. We're gonna be back here in a couple hours, but I'm gonna be doing the video game gameplay, so we can chat on there. Uh, Saint Ravage, thanks for coming by, man. I miss you, bro. So I'm glad we were able to hang out and talk a little bit. And like we were talking wrestling and old school stuff, which I really enjoy. Oh dang. Well, if I haven't said already, Saint Ravage, happy Easter, and I do hope that Christine gets to feeling better. I sent her a message almost a week ago, and she hasn't got back to me. So I sounds about right. But I definitely praying for you guys, praying for her. Hope that she gets to feeling better. Uh, yeah, because we got this football podcast that we do now, and I need her for it because it's me, her, and Nate, and I know she really likes doing that stuff. So yeah. You were going on a rant, dude. Come on. You were going on a rant. I didn't know where you were going with it, man. The first one I thought was hilarious. Even Rachel thought it was funny. Nah, you didn't see this stuff, guys. Freaking Ravage went hashtag justice for Jack. Oh my god, it just I was like, okay. That's why it's hard. If we had if we were if we had a like if we were in VC and we had a debate about it, then I could get it. But when you're typing out stuff, like freaking Ravage is sending gifts and pictures and words, and it's like I didn't understand where he was going with it. It's like, okay. Oh yeah, Christina is awesome. On the way to the VA hospital, and semi-truck tires shredded. A piece of it broke her windshield. Oh god, yeah, that would. And like, if I didn't know what I know, so like, let's say we go back 10, 15 years ago, and you told me that, I'd been like, yeah, right, that didn't happen. But like, I have seen some crazy shit go down in Texas, so yeah, I totally believe that happened. Well, yeah, if it broke off in her windshield, they got that no fault thing, or they got that. I think it's like a no fault thing through the insurance company, and they'll replace your windshield without charging you anything because they can make money off the old windshield. So yeah, I don't know if that works, but it's when I had a car, it worked for me. But yeah, I totally understand being stressed about that because it could have been worse. If they would have wrecked into her, she could have freaking died. So I totally understand being stressed about that, and I get it. But I hope she gets to being better. And I know you're always there for her. But if she needs anybody else to talk to, we're always here. We love having Christine on the show. She's always a breath of fresh air, and yeah, definitely wish her best. Oh, a little piece of steel is stuck in. Ooh, dang man, that sucks, bro. It really does. But yeah, we definitely wish you guys nothing but the best. Uh, Thank you guys so much for coming out and hanging out with us on this joyous Sunday. Uh, but I'm gonna hop off. My wife just came home, so I'm gonna spend a little time with her because I know she's gonna pass out here in a little bit. So, because Rachel's been working crazy hours lately. So, but yeah, hit me up in the comments. Hit me up on freaking Discord. I'm always on Discord, 24 hours a day. Shout out to everybody who came by. Thanks for hanging out with us, Nate. Thank you, all you guys, for coming out and hanging out with us. Ravage, I know we don't talk that often, but it's good seeing you. I'm glad you gave me context for that whole stuff. I definitely apologize if I thought too much about it. I'm gonna go sink a pleasure ship. Have a great day. Oh, you're something else, Ravage. What? All right. Thank you, everybody, guys. Thank you for keeping up the laughs. The Ravage is great. Anyways, you guys have a good one. Take care and have a great day.